there. Well, the 4th of July is Friday, newsflash. And while you're celebrating your independence, wouldn't it be nice to have a little financial freedom as well? We think so.
Absolutely. Brad Huffman is here from Future Finances, and you have 3 steps to share with us this morning.
Very simple. At least they seem simple. It's a function of we just don't put the effort in to do it. But really, financial freedom is what we all achieve. It's called retirement in general. Some people may be a little bit early, the Facebook people of the world a little bit earlier than that. But for the most part, it's not that difficult. It's just a function of setting a plan, following it,
sticking to it over long term.
That's the trick.
That's the hard part.
And first, and it's so seemingly simple, but yet it's such an important part of the process, is you have to have a goal. So,
well, I drank all this.
Yes. Your first goal is drink, pass out, wake up, then set the goal later. But for the most part, it just is that simple. But it has to be more than just, I want to be rich, I want to retire. Right. You have to be very specific, and that is the critical part. If you're on a diet, everybody, I want to lose weight, but the best way to do it is to have a goal at the end. So, how much do I want to have at the end?
You're suggesting write this down?
Absolutely. You have to. Writing it down is very important. Many studies have proven that when a goal is written, whether it's the old-fashioned paper, whether it's on a tablet, a smartphone, a computer, people do a better job because it's always there. It's kind of that mental mind game. But it's got to be very specific. It's got to be measurable. It's got to be something you can track over time to keep you on course and make it realistic. If you have a goal that's way out of stretch, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get disappointed. You're going to give up. So, again, challenge yourself, but still make it something that is achievable to you.
What's a realistic?
Well, basically, I think realistically, you want to say, I want to retire at age 62. I'm going to need $5,000 a month to live off of. So I'm going to save $1 million. You plug that into a calculator. It says you need to save $1,000 or $500 a month for whatever it is. That's your goal. The plan is laid out for you. So you just follow that. Again, you've got to have these specific, tangible parts to it. Because if it's just this abstract, I want to retire, how do you get there? You have to have something in front of you. Otherwise, you're just never going to get down that path.
Interesting. Okay, that's one good one.
There's cash on the table here. Never leave cash on the table.
Yeah, exactly. So the second important step is you have to invest. And I'm separating investing from saving. Investing is putting your money at risk so it can grow more aggressively. And my target should be a minimum of 10 to 20% of your income invested. And the reason I say invested is today's environment, interest rates are low, CDs, money markets, you're not going to get anything out of these things. So if you want to become wealthy, wealthy people don't stick money in mattresses. That's not how they became wealthy. They put their money at risk. Now, it doesn't mean going down to Hollywood Casino and throwing them down on a couple red and black, but you have to be willing to take risk. You have to look for growth. And again, growth over time is what will create that wealth. But again, you have to start somewhere. Take advantage of the 401ks, Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs. These are the vehicles that will get you there. They can grow tax-deferred, tax-free.
And talk to an advisor before you begin putting your money at risk to find the best place.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're really uncertain, there's a lot of great educational tools. Just talk to someone, get some guidance, or just index. Follow the market.
So the people that were stung severely.
Absolutely.
All right, in the recession, and all of a sudden they're like, well, I'm not going to throw all my money back in the stock market because it's only a matter of time again. What do you say to people like that?
It's kind of the dance with the devil kind of thing. Is you certainly can agree that I don't want to take risk, but the result is zero growth. So you really do have to play with the fire a little bit. And again, you will get burned. Over time, we've come out ahead. If you sold everything in 2008, not good. If you held out, you're back above where you were. So time is a factor. It's not just taking risk, but having time. If you look at a 10, 15, 20, 30-year time horizon, if you take a risk appropriately, you're going to be rewarded for that.
But before we get there, we've also got to stop spending as much and maybe make some smart decisions on how to get out of debt.
Third and very critical step is you have to control debt. Debt is truly a wealth destroyer. Whether we're talking about credit cards, fancy cars, whatever it is, when you have a liability that you're paying for every month, it's taking money away from other goals like your saving and investment goals. So debt, and again, whether you're 22 or 62, debt can be very dangerous. The first thing is wipe out the credit cards. You have to absolutely get rid of those because they're just so expensive, worthless. There's no tax benefits to them. But also, if the 62-year-old, maybe it's not time to buy the Corvette or upgrade the house. You don't necessarily want to take a huge burden on that late in life because you may not be able to service that debt and be able to live comfortably. So debt is absolutely critical. Now, one thing I want to caution is it doesn't necessarily mean you pay off every debt. If you're a 32-year-old, you're looking ahead for the future, I'm not saying pay your mortgage off completely and skip the saving and then try to catch up later. You really need to balance it, because at the end of the day, if you have a very low rate mortgage, maybe 3 to 4%, use the bank's money. You invest here, maybe you can get 8, 9%.
Oh.
So use debt to your advantage when it's appropriate. Now, credit cards out the door. Those are just horrible in every case.
Yeah.
But if you've got a low-cost mortgage, low-cost student loan that you're getting tax-favored benefits from, I'm not saying wipe them out. I'm saying you just got to keep things under control. It's usually the toys that will get us.
Keep an eye on things.
Keep an eye on things. And if you can do these 3 things, I can promise you, your goals are achievable.
Brad, thanks very much. We
Pleasure.
appreciate it. As always,
God
thank
bless
you.
the USA, Brad.
You got it, exactly.